we start with a returnee. Oh yes, he's back. It's Eric Saade with Every Minute, and this song is co-written by himself with Linnea and Joy Deb and Jimmy Joker Thornfeld. This is Eric's fourth foray into Melodifestivalen. He last competed back in 2015 with the song Sting, which I thought was pretty rubbish, to be perfectly honest. But there we go, just my taste. Dark electro pop from Saade. I mean, I thought the choreography on this was pure art, but I'm sure there are those out there that disliked it immensely. I'm sure we get some different views from our panel. I'm sure everyone will agree, though. It's great to see. There you go, Return of the King. That was almost what I was going to say word for word. Thank you, Lauren Macy. Let's start with Jeanette, because I know that Jeanette has a not-so-secret crush on Eric Saade.
Oops. Yeah, I don't know where to start, but I have to say this was 3 minutes of pure orgasm for me. It was delicious, lovely. I could just do it over and over and over again. And I know Elena is agreeing with me. This was fantastic. I loved everything about it except the sweater, maybe. But it's so different from what he's done before, which has been, Manboy, popular, which was advanced staging. This was naked. He was showing his soul for us for the first time. And I think the whole setting was playing with his inner demons. With the character, he's being dressed in white, and we had the guy in the background who was the demon. And I think it was about his relationship with Nicole, because he was engaged and was going to be married, but he broke up the engagement. And I think he meant like maybe the sex was great, but not the relationship. That's what I think. And he's moved on, has a new love, but the song, come on, Sweden needs to send this to Eurovision. And if we do, I think we could win. And that's perfect. And he was handpicked by Christer Björkman. I could just go on and on and on about this song. I can't get enough of it. Just listen to it. And the more you listen to it and see it, you just see his facial expressions. It does do it for me.
We can tell. Thank you, Jeanette. That was very well put. Beautifully put, in fact. Let's move on to Elena, because you referenced Elena, and let's find out what she thinks, because she's been talking about Eric Saade as a potential winner of Melodifestivalen since week 1. Elena,
yes.
Did this meet your expectation?
Oh boy, I have my party hats on because we have found the winner of Melodifestivalen and Eurovision. We're going to Sweden, like perfection. But I have a few things to say, and they're not so good actually. But we all know I love Eric Saade. He's the reason I discovered Sweden. I learned Swedish. Like everything is good. I like him a lot. But like there were a few mistakes in the performance. Like there was a camera in the background that I think should not be in the background. The cameraman, his reflection was on the, how do you say it, on the sweater. It annoyed me so much. But for the rest, I mean, it's a wonderful song. It's so Eric Saade. The dancing is so Eric Saade. It's like, it's perfection. Otherwise, like, I have found the winner.
Yeah,
or maybe
yes.
I should give him 3 points when he goes to Eurovision to have a payback from 2010. No, I'm not going to do that.
Belgium have spoken. I'm not going to mess with Elena on this one. We'll go with that. We'll go with that at least for a week, at least. Let's go to Gustaf next. Get another Swede's perspective. So Saade is bragging about how horny he is. Gustaf, did he make you horny for more?
The thing is that I was totally distracted by my love for Clara when he started performing, so I did not pay much
Nice
attention.
swerve.
I did not pay much attention to his song or his performance. I actually had to go back and watch it again when the show was finished, because I was like, I have no idea what he did. I like the song and I like the performance, but he got outstaged by Clara, and that says something, since Eric is one of the sexiest men in Sweden. I I didn't watch him, even though he's that, just because of Clara. So I don't know.
Thank you, Gustaf. Go and watch it. You've got an absolute treat. Let's go over to Elliot. Elliot, do you know what I thought about last night? The thing that went through my mind as I was watching the performance was Danny Salcedo. He made two different remarks, or not different remarks, kind of things that were happening in reference to Eric Saade in his performance. Why was there no reply from Eric last night?
I don't think the song quite fit that. You know, it would have been funny. So maybe he'll do that in the final. Firstly,
was he singing
yeah,
about Danny? Was he singing about
Me?
Danny? Is that what the
there's
loving
an image,
is all
There's
about?
an image I don't want, Stuart. There's an image I don't need. Moving on. Eric Saade has made history. He's the first man to go to the final 4 times in his first 4 attempts. The only other person to do that is Jeanette, as we found out last year talking to Gustaf. The song is very commercial, and I do think in a year of big misses for the big Swedish songwriters like Jimmy Jonsson and Joy Linea Deb, this is a real success for them, because that sound, especially that hook with the na na na, that sort of like baritone voice is used in every pop song this side of Europe and the States. So massive commercial appeal, and it's going to do well regardless. It could be a winner. I'm not saying it is, and I'm not saying it's a dead cert to win. I do think it is fighting out with Tusse for the win, and it's going to be very interesting to see how those two go against each other. It'll be very close, like the Mamas and Dotter, I think, because both songs appeal to different markets. He could win. I don't want this to win. There is something lacking in this for me. I didn't quite get the staging. It all felt a bit too high concept and high art for me, but it's better than Sting when he was flying around on like a thing in the top of the arena, because that was just stupid. And there's no waterfall in this time like in Manboy. It's nice to see Eric back. I'm not surprised he was directly asked by Christer Bjorkman, because he's hosted the show. You know, he's done a very similar thing to Mons. He's gone away for a few years, he's come back, he's done TV, and now he's competing again. He could win. I won't be shocked if he does. I just don't think it's the right song for Sweden to send this year. But I think he'll be very close. If he doesn't win, he'll be in the top 3, marginally just behind the winner.
Thanks, Elliot. I find myself agreeing with you. Except for one point. You've missed Danny Salcedo, who's going to win the whole thing by some distance. Anyway, final panelist of this evening, I was going to get her point, is Alice. Alice, for you, is this a potential winner of Melodifestivalen?
Personally, I didn't even rank it getting through, but I knew it would because everyone loves Eric Saade. And yeah, it's a great song. The staging was really conceptual, and it's very, very well produced and perfect. So it is going for the win. And they said he got hand selected by Krista, and he wants to go back. And then there's his previous Eurovision thing. People want payback for that. So yeah, I'd slate him as a potential winner for Melfest.
Thank you, Alice. And finally, Tom, what are the chat rooms saying?
Well, let's be honest, there's lots and lots of love for Eric in here, quite rightly so. Neil does point out that, in terms of our 2 finalists, they were going direct to the final when the semi-finals were first announced. But Neil says that Eric looks good in cricket whites. Yes, he does look like he's about to go and bat for Australia. I like the song. Eric Saade was amazing. He deserved the final. David says one of the best performers. The stage was simple but perfect. Adam says the staging is better than the studio version. Really like the song overall. David says potential winner of Melfest, yes. Eurovision, no. And then someone said, yes, it screams another 3rd place, which is interesting. And then we've also got, I think this lifts Swedish production to a new level. So do you know what? All really positive and all very well deserved. Current discussion in the chat room seems to be about how many songs are going to be fighting it out in the final